Introduction of Hunting Dogs. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Jadapi. Hunting Dogs by Oliver Hartley. Introduction of Hunting Dogs. As if hunting for profit, night hunting for either pleasure or gain, and professional hunting generally had no importance, writers of books have contented themselves with dwelling on the study and presentation of matters relating solely to the men who hunt for sport only. Even then the fox chase and bird hunting has been the burden of the greater percent of such books. It remained for the A.R. Harding Publishing Company, publishers of the Hunter, Trader, Trapper magazine and a number of helpful and practical books on hunting topics, to appreciate the demand for books and reading matter adapted especially to the tens of thousands of hunters who make or partially make their livelihood from hunting and trapping, as well as 1,000,000 casual hunters and farmers of the United States and Canada. The keynote of success was struck in this direction by obtaining articles and letters from these very men themselves, written and printed in their own language, depending for favor on their explicitness and practical value, born of actual experience rather than flowing language, high-sounding conventionalities and impressive technicalities so dear to the hearts of the bench show enthusiasts. The title of this book quotes its object, to tell something of night hunting and especially to suggest how the ever necessary dog can best be selected, trained, maintained and utilized is the consideration of first importance. To round out the subject, all forms of hunting will receive some notice, and the various breeds of dogs will be so far dealt with that their value and usefulness in their given fields may be determined. Best of all, the contents of this volume are based on the opinions and declarations of men who have had years of experience in the matters on which they presume to write. The compiler does not assume authorship, the matter herein being very largely from articles which have appeared in Hunter, Trader, Trapper, and elsewhere. Credit is hereby extended and our thanks offered to all writers whose efforts contribute to the sum total of this volume. If this book contributes to the success in handling of dogs or opens new avenues of recreation, sport and profit for any of its readers, we shall consider its mission has been fulfilled. Oliver Hartley. End of introduction. Recording by Jadapi. www.jadapi.wordpress.com.
Chapter 1 of Hunting Dogs. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recorded by Jennifer Wigginton. Hunting Dogs by Oliver Hartley. Chapter 1. Night Hunting. Night hunting is a favorite form of hunting sport the continent over. Prime factor of the joyous, the strenuous night quest is the coon, the court jester and wit of the nocturnal tribe of small fur-bearers. Owing to the scarcity of other game and general distribution of raccoon the country over, coon hunting is gaining a popular favor, winning over many of the wealthy, city-dwelling red-bloods who formerly were content with more or less pleasant and successful sallies to the fields in the daytime. Consequently, there is an increased demand for properly bred and trained dogs to afford the maximum of success and pleasure in this pursuit. With the ownership of dogs go the care, maintenance, and proper methods of handling these willing helpers. Surprising is the meagerness of the information available to the average hunter, though night hunting is an institution as old as the settlement of Jamestown. The craft of developing dogs and using them to the best advantage in this connection has been by precept and example handed down from generation to generation. Much has been lost in this way, and not so much accomplished as might have been attained by aid of the printed and pictured methods of today. Most certainly more attention will hereafter be paid to night hunting, and more painstaking records made and kept for the upgrowing practical sportsman, in which direction the present volume is a long and definite step. Our task is to
Sample complete. Ready to continue?